body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Ba nghiệp lắng thanh tịnh, gửi lòng theo tiếng chuông. Nguyện người nghe tỉnh thức, vượt thoát nẻo đau buồn.
May I invite all of us to enjoy our breaths along the three sounds of the bell. Breathing in, I am a flower. Breathing out, I am fresh. Breathing in, flower. Breathing out, freshness. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. Calming the body, breathing in. Calming the mind, breathing out. Breathing in, dwelling myself in the present moment. Breathing out, it is a wonderful moment. Present moment, breathing in. Wonderful moment, breathing out. Brothers, sisters, friends, welcome to our monthly Mindfulness Day. Today is the Saturday, 26th of June, 2016. We are at the Trúc Lâm Monastery during our mindfulness day. It's time for Dhamma talk. How was your day? Peace? Happy? Are you full? I like to have questions from all of you while we have a day like this, because this may help you to understand and what you really want to practice and what you want to know. I can help you a little bit, as much as I can. Today we have a few questions here, and I can say that today most of the questions focus on how to deal with difficulties people. Look like we have a lot of difficulty dealing with people around us, and this is very true. First of all, we remind ourselves the word mindfulness. Mindfulness means be aware, focused, be aware of something. That's why when I ask you to breathe and you realize this is the moment that you are sitting and you follow your breath. And this is wonderful moment, because no other moment that we can have. The moment, the last minute is over, we are unable to take back. And the future, next minute, not yet come. Only this moment. So dwelling ourselves in this moment, wonderful moment, dwelling ourselves fully, totally, what is called today. And this is why we call Mindfulness Day. The day to practice fully mindful on everything we do. On the way each of our steps. When we drink tea, when we eat, whatever we do this day, we are aware carefully. Even though we line up for the food, and we know that, wow, lot of good food, but make sure do not make the eyes bigger than the stomach. We used to take a lot of food, more than what we can take. And after that, we throw the food away. And when we throw the food away, we call waste. And sometimes we have 24 hours a day, and we don't worry, I have full day, 24 hours. And because we said that, that's why we don't use the time right. And then for whole day, we haven't done anything yet, because we think we have plenty of time. But actually, we have only 24 hours to live and to do. Some people, they say, I don't have enough time. Some people will say, I have a lot of time. But no matter, you don't have enough or you have a lot, they both have only 24 hours. The mindfulness here is how you use this 24 hours. Every minute I live, I really appreciate it, because I know that the minute I have is very valuable for me. Because I know that I move to older each day. I cannot be younger each day. I will be older each day. I get sick more each day, more sick each day. I come close to the death. That's why I try not to dare to waste my time, but to use the time right. This is called mindfulness. So when we have mindfulness in us, this is the light within ourselves. This is the lamp. That's why you look at the altar, you see candles. In Buddhist altar, on the Buddha's altar, we have the candles, the light. What is that for? What does that mean? It means the understanding, the wisdom. Once you have the Dharma in you, every single minute we live, we live fully, we know, we understand. So before the Buddha passed away, Ananda is the Buddha's disciple. He asked the Buddha, Buddha, after you pass away, who can we take refuge as our teacher? And the Buddha said, take refuge in the Dharma. Because only the Dharma can bring you to the peace, the right, and the happiness. No one can. Let's say you rely on me, but I also will die one day. And who knows? I am still human. I am not completely perfect. So today you see me perfect, and you say, I rely on you, Thầy. I take refuge in you. But if one day you find out I'm not perfect, and you will be collapsed. So therefore, the best place to take refuge is to practice the Dharma. Because only you practice the teachings, that is the only way to help us to transform suffering and cultivate happiness. No one can do that. The teacher only has a capacity to give us some instruction, but he is not the truth. Do not think he is the truth. He giving you the truth according to what he learned and what he practiced. So each of us, we have to light up the torch, light up the light and shine the way, the road for ourselves. Lot of people, they have lot of books, lot of Dharma DVD and CD at their home or in their car. But when things come, they stay the same. Nothing help them, no transforming. Last night, I have a young friend call and ask me a question. Thầy, you know what? Today I call to a restaurant to make the order so I can pick up. And the cashier said, you must come here to make the order. We don't take order online, on phone. I'm so angry, I'm so upset. So I went right away to the restaurant and I swear and I yell at the cashier. So angry, I said, I want to talk to your boss. But you know what? After I finished explode, I walk out and I so embarrassed. The minute he embarrassed, the minute he enlightenment. But you see, in just few minutes ago, he is not enlightenment. He was in the dark. He was in the jail. He is in the hell. But when he walked out and he realized, oh, we are not that practiced. And he asked me, Thầy, I practice for many years. I listen Dhamma talk every day, but how come I still get angry easily? And I told him, you take the food, but the food never digests. It's upset your stomach. Is that right? When we eat, we take the food, and the food did not digest well. That means our digesting system problem. And I told him, the reason you suffer because you have what we call the ego, the self. You know, I am. Sometimes we die just because the word I am. And I told him, you know, sometimes you fall down very heavy. Or somebody, fell on your body, but you don't die. But only 4 letters heavy you and make you die. What are the 4 letters? M-U-S-T, must. Because he expects that person cannot tell him the word must. He should say, you could come, or can you come? You see, words, it's just to conversation, to understand each other. But we die and we suffer because of the words. That's why I used to tell the parents. Sometimes the parents say, hey, you have to do this. You must do this. And then the children feel. But if you change the word, can you please do this? Still, one only purpose is to ask the kid to do that. But if we use the word different, then he can receive different. Sometimes we ask people to help or to do something. You have to do this. You must do this. And then the words, why I have to? Why I must do? But we say, can you please do this? Okay, that means you need my help. This is mindfulness. You see, when you have mindfulness, you will ask people to do something for you, but in a very happy way. They're willing to do, they're happy to do. You don't have to do anything, just using the word. But if you are not mindful of using the words, you have to do everything. I'm sorry, I don't have time. I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to do it. But if we say, can you please do this? Okay, I will try. So if you want to be relaxed and not to upset, then be reflecting when you're using the words. Maybe I told him, maybe the cashier did not mean it. But he only, in him, you have to be here so we can take your order only. Because maybe somebody ordered, but they don't come and pick it up. So the best way is you come in person and then you make the order. Why don't you understanding that way? Why you have to make yourself heavy with the words and you explode your anger with the cashier? The cashier is still an employee, and maybe that is the policy of the restaurant. Sometimes we get angry at the person who works at the parking lot. Sometimes we go to downtown and we turn into a parking lot. And then we take the ticket. We come in, we drive around, we cannot find any spot. We drive out, they charge. And then, I didn't park. I'm sorry, soon you press your ticket in, this is the minimum charge, $1. And then we may swear, we may yell at that person, but that person did not make up the rule. He is only the employee. The one who worked there, they must take $1 because the policy of the parking lot. So once we have understanding, things will be easier. So what is the lamp here? What is the light here? Understanding. So what is the purpose of coming and learning and practicing Buddhism? To make our life easier. Because in this life, we complain. A lot of people around me, they solve difficulties. But what about us? Are we easy enough? Are we still, you have to do this, you must do this. I don't like it, I like this. We still a lot of complaint. But we don't see that. So the song you just sang, I am water reflecting. Did you reflect? Did we have time to reflect ourselves? We have the mirror, but we always do this. Here, look at your face. But we forgot turn around and reflect us. And this is the practice. The Buddha advised us. We reflect ourselves, reflect others. When we say, he is not nice to me, And then you turn around and you ask, how about me? Did I nice to him? Sometimes the way to transform a person is we willing to transform ourselves first. We be nice first. Let's say I ask you to come here to sitting meditation, but I don't come and sit. I don't teach you how to sit. You will stand. Or you just sit, but you do not meditate. We call sitting meditation. But I don't teach you how to meditate, then you just do one part of it. Sitting, no meditation. I must teach you how to breathe, how to follow your breath, how to maintain your mindfulness. So be an island unto yourself. Be an island unto yourself. The Buddha said, each of you have to take refuge into your island. And this is the island of the Dharma. Each of us, we are like the one who shipping right in the middle of the ocean. So if we turn back too far, we continue to go. And this is the safe island that we come back to ourselves and recognize our own situation. Let's say you only have half hour each day. Then take that half hour to practice. If you say that, oh, I don't like it because my friend practiced an hour, you are not your friend, and your friend is not you. Each of us, we have different free time. And if you have mindfulness, you are mindful enough, you will take whatever time you have to practice. Practice not only in the morning, noon, or night, anytime you're free. And sitting is only the time that you gain more power, more energy, and then you use that practice during the day. You don't practice in the meditation hall. You do not practice in the meditation center. You practice everywhere. Let's say you listen to the talk and you say, be patient. Oh yeah, I learned how to be patient. You walk downstairs, you realize your shoe lost. What happened? If you say, a minute we little bit upset and then it wake it up already. Maybe somebody need these shoes more than I do. So, people take your shoes not to throw away, for them to use. So if we don't use, somebody else needs to use, okay, which is fine. I still have another pair. To tell you the truth, I lost my shoes many times. And somebody will teasing me, they say, oh, Thầy, I know the reason why you lose your shoes, because maybe they admire you. They want to take your shoes. Okay? Whatever. As long as you're happy. When somebody taking something, doesn't mean they waste it. Maybe they need it. Think positive in order to release, because you already lose your stuff. But if you get angry, that means you lose your peace. You're losing your forgiveness. You're losing the ideal of giving. Every day we said, I learned to practice giving. Then now it's chance for you to give. When you lose, do not lose your lesson. Actually, we will lose things slowly each day. We lose money. We lose weight. we lose health, we lose happiness, we lose our loved one. But every single time we're losing something, then that is the time we learn a lesson. Let's say you lose the things you like. The lesson you learn is life is impermanent. Nothing will stay with us forever. And because I'm losing something, that's why I will help the economy run well, so I have a chance to buy a new thing. So people have things to sell. The cycle of economy is running smoothly. We're losing our loved one. We have a time to reflect. Even we can stay together forever, the final day still suffer. And this is the suffer of we love, but we have to separate. None of the depart without cry and suffer. Every single depart, whether negative depart or positive depart, they still contain the nature of suffering in there. Right at the time we get together, it's already the nature of departing, of separating. Right at the time we born, the nature of death is right there. The nature of sickness, the nature of old age is right at the baby. So the Buddha informed, the nature of old age right on a young person. The nature of sickness right on a healthy person. The nature of death is right on each of us. And when we have this light, when we have this Dharma in us, what happened to our life? We don't hate this life. We don't hate anyone. But full of love, because everyone needs love, everyone needs taking care. Last, Tuesday, a man who gave me a ride to West Lock to do some work, and then he bring me back home. And on the way home, he stopped by his house and invite me to take a look and enjoy his garden, stuff like that. And every single plant, trees, flower in his garden, I can realize a lot of care and a lot of love in there. Even a small pot, still very fresh and beautiful. So when I standing with him and I point to each of the plant, even a very small one, and I told him, don't you realize this is life? If you have a plant, then you must take care for this plant. If you plant this tree, you take care for this tree. And you have to take care every single thing you have. Let's say if you have a TV, maybe once a week or twice a week or once every 2 weeks, you must clean the dust. If you have a toilet, you still clean your toilet. If you have a sink, you clean your sink. Reflect. Do we not taking care for anything we have? No, we have to take care everything, single thing we have. We have a pair of shoes, we have to take good care for that shoes. If they're dirty, we get washed. We have the hair, we have to do haircut. We have to wash. Everything. Then, human is the same. If you have a boy, you take care for your boy. If you have your grandchildren, you take care for your grandchildren. If you have your own body, you take care for your own body. If you have your room, take care for your room. If you have a bed, take care for your bed. If you go to school, take care of your homework. If you move up each grade, then take care for your report card, take care for your mark. So every one of us, we have things to do every day. I can say we have a business. We all have a business. Today, somebody said, "Hey, can I invite you for lunch?" I'm sorry, I have a business. My business today is a mindfulness day. I once a while I'm home, so I love to stay back with my sangha. Sometimes you don't see me 2 or 3 months for mindfulness day. So every time when I'm home, I try to be with the sangha. So mindfulness not divert you from anything, but mindfulness will help you to see clearly. The question is, if we have, positive and negatives, they still divert us. When they both divert us from mindfulness, no. Mindfulness helps you to recognize when you have negatives or when you have positives. They are not divert you, but mindfulness will help you to comfort. Let's say when you're happy, okay? Be mindful on your happiness. Oh, I'm happy today. You declare, I'm happy today. And then tomorrow, maybe something comes and you are not happy. You can declare. Your mindfulness will help you to declare, I'm not happy today. And when you know that you are not happy today, what do? Then you try not to say something. Because when you say something with your unhappy, your day will be more damaged, will be more negative. So mindfulness will help you to see your body, your mind. When I around 16, 17, that is the age, the time of, lot of dreaming. Lot of dreaming. I make a lot of poems every day. I can, when I look at the rain, I can make poem. I can see the water. I can do poem all day. I can make poem all day. And when that age is over, why? Because at that time you have nothing to do. Just study and enjoy. But when you become the adult, you have another business. That means you have a job, you have a home, or you have a family. Then no more dreaming. You go back to the reality. The reality is you have to work hard to save money for your living. Stuff like that. So you see, mindfulness will help you to see clearly. What situation are you? Mindfulness also will help you to see, oh, I am working with a negative person. He thinks positive, negative. He say negative. He is a fully negative person. Then because he is negative, that means I will be positive. What is positive here? When he angry, I will learn to soft. Because he is my co-worker. If I explode, then this room will be more hot, more temperature. It will burn both of us. So let me use the willow branch of Avalokiteshvara. The lady Bodhisattva with the holy water jar and the willow branch. The willow branch symbolizes for flexibility. I can adapt with all situations. And you know that a person who lives with anger all day, that person really, really suffering, very sorrow. Cannot smile. She can, upset and get angry every single thing. I can see it. I can see that. And every time I see it, I don't hate, but I said, too bad. They live in this peace condition, but they cannot permeate anything. You can imagine a person living with that negative energy all day. Are they happy? No, they don't. Then why we hate them more? Why we have to think, I have to do something to against this person? Then we another person who get angry along. Because you always think, what do I have to do to against this person? You don't live with your peace nature anymore. We do have the nature of peace within us. That's why we can feel the negative nature of that person. So the Buddha said, don't take the lesson of them and become your lesson. He never say hi to me, then why I have to say hi to him? You copy. He never say hi to me, but I will say hi to him, no matter he answer me or not. Let's say your son always get angry every morning when you wake him up for school. Not because of that, then you don't wake him up. Can you see that? Is anyone here have that situation? Every morning, you have to work so hard with your son to wake him up for school. But doesn't mean you say, I don't care about him anymore. You have to do any way to lift him up and go to school. That's your day. And then tomorrow, this same situation will happen. They repeat. We love our children in such a way, then love our co-worker in that way. Instead of pushing away, we learn to embracing. Because only embracing can make things possible and make things light, less heavy, and suffer less for both sides. You can imagine a person live with always thinking, judge on people, and then problems, complaining. You never see them happy. Very rare to see them smiling. But your freshness will help things at ease. Sometimes you step in somewhere or during a conversation, and then you feel the energy is not at peace anymore. You have to be the one who turn the story to another way. Create another thing. Bring another thing in and make that thing shut down. I used to do that. Because sometimes we sit together and I can listen. We, chatting and conversation, and I can smell the smell of bombing, the smell of gas. I will put away the lighter. Otherwise, this area will be explode because gas is leaking. So this is what we are practicing for. You don't practice to be a saint. You don't have to be a saint. You don't have to be anyone. Just be yourself. Be a person who are mindful of living. And you know, once we are mindful of living, we are the Buddha. Because the word Buddha means the one who awake, the one who enlightenment, the one who can see the truth, the one who can realize every single situation and be flexibility to adapt and to make things easier, better. We may not heal a patient completely, but we're able to comfort them. We can do that. So you say, when you need a shoulder to cry, call me. I'm not guaranteed that I can make you stop crying, but at least I can give you my shoulder so you can lean on and cry. If you help someone to cry, sometimes you help them to dump the garbage already. They hold so much inside. They need to release. And once you help them to release, because you have the garbage station, then you will help them to transform into compost. Compost is a lecture. Every single falling, every single collapse will become a lecture for all of us to learn from that. Someone will say this: if you want to experience what is called lonely, try to love someone who is not love you back. You understand what is called lonely. Because you love someone, but that person never loved you. You know, sometimes we easily to advise for someone, but we hardly to healing ourselves. We have a whole cabinet of medicines. If anyone come to us and say, whatever problem they have, whatever sickness they have, we can bring out and give them medicine. But when they turn around and ask, how are you? No, I'm not well. I'm not well, I'm not feeling well. The Buddha said there are different kinds of patients. Some patients, they take medication and they get healed. Some patients, they get medication but not healed. Some people, they don't take any medication but they die. This is the truth. You don't take medication, you die. So there are several types of patients. Sometimes we take little medication but we get healed right away. Sometimes we take a lot but not helping at all. Right? Sometimes this happens to life. Same thing. Some people, they listen to a lot of Dhamma talk, but nothing helps them. Because they just listen the sound of the talks, but they don't take the message of the talks. You don't take the message, and what happened? Let's say somebody sitting here and they're so sleepy. They can hear the voice of Thầy, but he doesn't understand what Thầy is talking about. So he listened. He listened to the sound, the voice, but no words coming through into their mind. Sometimes the students go to school, go to class, but after they step out of class, they know nothing about the lesson because they just sit there and daydreaming. This happened to me when I was young. When I was young, the only thing I'm dreaming is to become a monk. I don't have anything around me. I said, I don't want to study. I only want to be a monk. I have a passion to become a monk. And I desire to live as a monk's life. I love this business. And I told you, business not only, when you're running something like a job, a career, but every single thing we have. You have a car, you take care for your car. Taking your car is your business. So none of the time we live without a business. But mindfulness will help us to see what is next business. Your business now is sit here and listen to me. And then after this, your business will stand up and do something else. So people can continue to suffer us. But with the intent of love, the intent of compassion, we have the capacity to love and to be compassionate. Love in Buddhism means the intention and the capacity to give in happiness to someone. Compassion in Buddhism means the intention and the capacity to help the others to relieve the suffering. So you relieve someone's suffer, and you also give them the joy, the happiness. Example, when you lift up a piece of cookie, somebody almost eat it. You say, oh, this overdate, don't eat it. You throw it away. Throw it away is compassion. You relieve the suffer. But you don't stop there. You say, I replace another one for you. Here, take it. This is love. Love means you offer the joy, the happiness. You take away the suffering. You replace with happiness. So sometimes you see your boss is not that happy. Sometimes you just keep quiet whatever they say. You know what happened at that moment? You relieve her anger. Your silence, you don't repeat, you don't reply, you don't answer back. You wait until she calms. You do both things, loving kindness and compassion. You take away the anger, you replace the happiness. You do this with joy. When you love someone, you try to do something for them, but they are not happy with the way you do. Then you must be careful. You have to reflect and confirm, is this the right one? Sometimes you give your son potato every day, but every time he looks at the bowl of potato, you can see his face. I don't care, as long as I cook. You cook, you give them food, but you don't give them the one they like. And the more you give, the more they suffer. The more you love, the more they suffer. It's not joy. Equanimity means non-attachment, non-discrimination. Let's say I have 7 students. I love them equally. But each of them need my love different way. I show my equanimity and love, but I don't treat them the same. Because I understand what do they need. Each of them need me different way. So when you go to your workplace, you have different co-workers. You love them all, but you know how to adapt each of them different way. Somebody, what they need is you to sit with them for lunch. Somebody, what they need is, they can make a phone call to you when they need you only. Whenever they finish, they never call you, which is fine because you save your time to receive another phone call. No complaint. Some people will say, I don't like that person. You know, whenever he call me, that means he has problem. When he finish, he never call me. So what is the purpose of you? We are the one who reply the phone call when they need. Then if they don't need us, then why they have to call us? Be relaxed on that. Be free from that. And this is called equanimity, non-attachment. If you are, let's say if this is a pen. So whatever we use as a pen, the pen is happy enough. Can write a letter, can write a poem, can write a phone number of somebody. It does its job. Be a pen. There was a man who came to the temple and stayed, and he said, Thầy, I cannot sleep last night because the phone rings all night. And I realized you pick up every single phone. Don't you suffer with that? I said, I don't suffer, I just tired. Physical body. But I know that if they do not need me, they will not call me at that time. They call me late night because maybe they don't know the time. Because the distance. Let's say Vietnam and here, and China and here, Taiwan and here, Korea and, overseas. Secondly, they know the time, but, very different. They're very difficult. So what I want to share with you today, according to all your questions, how you forgive someone who has done such harm to you. How do you learn and trust others again? If we don't trust others, that means once you have that and you never have that again, that's not right. Let's say, when you are learning how to ride a bicycle, of course, the first day you ride a bicycle, you must fall. That doesn't mean because of that fall, then you throw the bicycle away and all your life you don't ride a bicycle again. Sometimes people have this problem. One person hurt them that much, they never trust anyone in the future. This is not the way we live. Because if we live in this way, we just suffer ourselves, we isolate ourselves, and we do not give ourselves a chance to experience life. Why somebody they get smoke? On the first day, none of them can smoke right away. They have to cough and, very hard. Oh, tomorrow I will try again. Something like that, we will try again and again until we're addicted to it. Then why we refuse to live? You see what I mean by that? When we drink, when we learn to drink, we are not get that easily drink. We cough and with the smell and everything. And then after one glass, we take another glass until we're okay with it. You see, we learn and we enjoy with things like that. But we are not willing to spread ourselves to life. Do not block yourself. In the garden of the flowers, some flower bloom beautifully, some flower just bloom, and some flowers still a bud. Some totally die, but they still in the garden of flower. In this humans, the garden of human is the same. Some people so beautiful, some people not just enough, Somebody not yet. Some people totally not. They still human. If we are able to open that way to live, we do not live with the negative of others, but we know how to cultivate the positive within ourselves. Let's say a couple, they have 2 children. And one day they realize their child is not that good. They cannot, kick their child away and hate the child and do something harmful on the child. They will sit down and will try to discuss how to help our child. As a parent, we do that to our children. Even though we learn this child is very down now. But because we realize he is down, that's why we try the best to bring him up as much as we can. This is the intention of love, the capacity to show your love. If life is like that, then we still live this way, then nothing can be done. Each of us, we have to realize what things we can do for others. You can cook, but you still can sew. You can arrange flower. You can clean the house. You can clean the toilet. You can do anything as long as you're healthy enough. Once you have your health, you can do anything you want. Once your mind is strong enough, you can do whatever for people, but you never have any problem with that. So the 4 aspects to show your love: loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. If we're able to cultivate these 4 qualities within us, we can embrace anything, everyone. Sometimes people respect fully to a monk, but sometimes people don't have any respect for anyone. Not why they don't respect, because they think they are better than us. And maybe they do. They really do. Then why are we angry? If somebody judging us and that is right, why are we angry? Because what they judge is right. Then we have to change that. If it's not right, then why are we angry? Because it's not right. So both sides, both ways, there's nothing to be angry, because we know how to take it, whether it's right or wrong. If it's wrong, not exactly who we are, what we do, then why are we angry? It's not correct. It's nothing affect to us. But it does affect to us, then change it, because they are correcting us. Lastly, just remind another sutra that we have learned. Sariputra is the eldest student of the Buddha. The Venerable Sariputra taught us, if somebody whose word is not nice, but their action is nice, love their action. Don't worry about what they say. If somebody, their word is very nice, but the way they do is not nice, don't worry about what they do. Pay attention to what they say, so we're able to love them. If somebody whose words is not nice, whose action is not nice, but inside of them they still have something Very nice to focus, then focus to that very nice insight of that person. So 3 types of people already. So this is the 4th one. If somebody whose word is not nice, whose action is not nice, whose thinking is not nice, then we have to love them more, because they are the most suffering person. They live in a very, very, hot situation. But if anyone who is nice on their speech, very nice on their action, very nice on their thinking, you don't love them, that means you waste. You don't know how to learn from such beautiful person. Every day, or every single job we have, at least we have somebody that give us hard time. Maybe the one at work, maybe the one at home. You're very happy with your co-worker, but you're not happy with your spouse. Sometimes you're so happy with your spouse, but you're not happy with your spouse side. Maybe your husband side or your wife's side. At least we have someone, at least in life, who we have hardly time to dealing with. But that doesn't mean the end of the world. This gives us lesson. If you do math and you are not moving on, a harder lesson, all year round you just 1 + 1, 2 + 2, you will get boring. When you're driving on the highway, if the road is very smooth and you easily fall asleep, sometimes a lot of traffic, it wake you up and more focus, more attention. This is the interesting point of life. When you walk in the dark, you will carefully take step by step, because you don't see. That's why you have to be very careful on your steps, right? If you see things clearly, you just run. Sometimes you walk in the dark, and because of the dark, that's why we slow ourselves down and try to walk slowly. Sometimes same street, same way, but right at the time there is no light, we walk slowly. Even we go that way every day. But when we realize no light today, then we slow down and carefully. Is this interesting? This life have no traffic. If we don't have traffic lights on the street, a lot of accidents. So we have to have the traffic lights for our life. When to stop, when to slow down, and when to go. Someday you need to stop everything and rest. Sometimes you need to slow down so you can take it easy and enjoy. Sometimes you have to be rushed because no time left. You cannot just run, you cannot just stop, or you cannot just slow. Be traffic. Traffic lights is a good example for life. I sometimes run too, because I'm late for my flight. If I have free of time, then I can practice walking meditation to my gate. If my flight delay, I can stop and rest and do some other work. So I have no suffer at all at the airport as a traveler. If I delay my flights, fine, I can sit and do my work. If my flight is late, I can run. Running is the green light. Slow down is the yellow light. Stop and relax is the red light. So do not swear and get angry at the red light. Help you to stop and breathe and enjoy people walk by. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your questions. And I hope that you do enjoy your day so far. Thank you.